And welcome into another episode of Dan D'Antoni Sports. My name is Dan Snyder, joined tonight by the one, the only Dan Beebe. Dan Beebe, how are you doing?
Not too bad. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. Thank you for asking. So what we've got here is a failure to communicate. And I'm just kidding. What we have going on tonight is part 2, the second half of our NFL mock draft. Now, we're only doing the first round, and last week we went through the first 16 picks of round 1. Tonight we're going to go through 17 through 32. Now, just to recap who has already been picked, I will read just really quickly from last week. First overall, the Jaguars took Trevor Lawrence. Second overall, the Jets took Zach Wilson. Third overall, the 49ers took Mac Jones. Fourth overall, the Falcons took Kyle Pitts. Fifth overall, the Bengals took Devontae Smith. Sixth overall, the Dolphins took Jamar Chase. Seventh overall, the Lions took Jalen Waddle. Eighth overall, the Panthers took Penei Sewell. Ninth overall, the Broncos took quarterback Justin Fields. 10th overall, Dan O'Shea. Very well picked, Patrick Surtain for the Dallas Cowboys. Number 11 overall, the Giants drafted Rashawn Slater. 12th overall, the Eagles took J.C. Horn. 13th overall, the Chargers took Elijah Moore, the wide receiver from Ole Miss. 14th overall, the Vikings took Christian Darrisaw. 15th overall, the Patriots took quarterback Trey Lance. And we finished the first half of last week with Tony picking Micah Parsons for the Cardinals at 16. So this week, like I said, we pick up 17 through 32. So let me get my clipboard ready. And since it is just the two of us, we've decided to alternate. You will take the odd numbers, I will take the even numbers, which, not going to lie, made my job quite a bit easier not having to do the drafting for the Ravens. So thank you.
Anytime.
But we will start with you, Mr. Beebe. The Las Vegas Raiders are now on the clock. 17th overall pick, the Vegas Raiders. What have we got?
Oddly, I keep calling them Oakland, even when I was doing my research earlier. But digressing, they definitely need help on defense. And I really can't imagine them going any other which way for their pick at this point. So I have them selecting linebacker Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, Notre Dame.
It's a good pick.
I mean, that name alone sounds like it belongs with the Raiders.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just a scary name.
So, with pick number 17 in the first round of the 2021 Dan D'Antoni Sports NFL mock draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select linebacker Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. All right, solid pick. Now, moving on to number 18, we have the Dolphins with their second pick of the first round. Dolphins have a few needs. They've got their quarterback. They've got a couple of nice wide receivers, including Jamar Chase earlier in the first round. So I think that need has essentially been addressed. Having Will Fuller on the team, Devontae Parker, and now they've got Jamar Chase. So their biggest needs are running back, offensive line, defensive end. There's quite a few different ways that they could go here. But with the 18th pick in the 2021 Dan D'Antoni Sports NFL mock draft, the Miami Dolphins select running back Travis Etienne out of Clemson.
Damn. I was kind of hoping he'd land in Buffalo, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's no way he's making it all the way to Buffalo. So let me just update. That's our first running back taken in the draft. And I'm sorry if you hear me scratching out names. Just want to make sure that we do not double pick
exactly.
players. All right, so that puts the Washington football team on the clock.
Man, he's got to pick for the football team. All teams. All right.
Well, I just want to talk this out real quick. They have a stud wide receiver in Terry McLaurin. Their defense is top 5 in the NFL. Especially that front 7. They are disgusting, that front 7. They seem to have a decent running back in Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gandy-Golden, they're still working out. They have a glaring need on the offensive line, and they have a glaring need at quarterback. And a minor need at running back. But like I said, Gibson played really well for what he was last year. So what do you think the smart thing for the football team to do is here?
I think they definitely have to address their QB, which when I was researching earlier, there seems like there's, quite a good few top prospects sort of at the end of the first round. But when I came down to it, I think they should take a look at and obviously select a quarterback, go Davis Mills, Stanford.
So they take the 6th quarterback, Davis Mills, out of Stanford. Okay. Just cross off Davis Mills.
I mean, he's got if you look at the profile, he's got a good build. He's got the height, kind of like the Peyton Manning type build. So I think he's got the potential. Okay.
That brings us to the Chicago Bears being on the clock. All right. The Bears. So the Bears' biggest needs are also at offensive tackle, specifically tackle, corner. It seems like everyone in the draft needs a corner, wide receiver, and quarterback. There are quite a few different guys that I really like at this position. For example, Greg Newsome, the corner from Northwestern. He's very good. I like him a lot. Tevin Jenkins, the offensive lineman. Caleb Farley, the corner, is still available. Kadarius Toney, the wide receiver. Small little wide receiver who just makes people look stupid. He is still available. But the Bears need all the protection they can get for Andy Dalton. So with the 20th pick in the 2021 Dan D'Antoni Sports NFL mock draft, the Bears select Tevin Jenkins.
Nice.
And that puts the Indianapolis Colts on the clock.
All right. So with the 21st pick, the Colts, they look around, they have a few pieces, tight end, cornerback, wide receiver, D-line, O-line, which at this point, I think you're going to have Jacoby Brissett under center to at least start the season, I would imagine.
No, I'm sure they're going to go all in with Carson Wentz.
Think they're going Wentz?
I think they're going to go all in with Carson Wentz.
All right. That being said, I think definitely that you'd want to have him under center QB, wide receiver. And I think with the 21st pick in the NFL draft, the Indianapolis Colts, I just botched that. This is the, no, I'm sorry, Colts, 21st. I digress. The 21st pick in the NFL draft, Indianapolis Colts select wide receiver Rashad Bateman, Minnesota.
He is awesome. He is such an incredible player. Rashad Bateman, wide receiver out of Minnesota. Whew.
So pick.
All right. Now we get to the Tennessee Titans. This, for me, is where it gets difficult in my picks. So Titans need a wide receiver. They need a corner. They need an offensive tackle. They need a D-end. They need a lot of things. Now I'm trying to figure out who it is that would benefit them the most. And I've got it narrowed down to 2 guys. And one is a defensive end and the other is an offensive tackle. We're just gonna do it. With the 22nd pick in the first round of the 2021 Dan D'Antoni Sports Mock Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Kwity Paye, defensive end out of Michigan.
Kwity Paye.
He's so good. All right, Kwity Paye. All right. And then now that puts the New York Jets on the clock for the second time this first round of the draft.
All right. So with the 23rd pick, the Jets obviously, as we saw earlier, they get their QB. Have kind of another wide variety of situation here where they need multiple positions addressed. Corner, outside line, defensive line, tight end. I'm actually going to be... I don't know if they would... Let's see. I mean, I kind of want to go with the tight end position, but I feel like the need is going to be more on defense for this pick. So with the 23rd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, I have the New York Jets selecting defensive end Carlos Basham Jr., Wake Forest.
Carlos Basham Jr. All right. And now, Alex, our good friend Alex, who was part of the Run the Point podcast, been on the show. We've been on their show. Steelers fan, and told me he would do horrible things to me if the Steelers did not get this guy. So with the 24th overall pick in the first round of the 2021 Dan D'Antoni Sports NFL Mock Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select running back Najee Harris, Alabama.
There it is.
There it
They
is.
desperately need it. So.
I can go back to him and I can say, hey, we've got you your running back, and now he won't be so mad at me. That puts the Jacksonville Jaguars on the clock. Dan Beebe.
Again.
Yes. Who did they take? They took Trevor Lawrence. Duh. Yeah, they were the first overall pick. Yeah, they took Trevor Lawrence.
Poster boy of the NFL.
Exactly.
First. All right. So now that you got the running back situation out of the way, let's see the Jags, of course, again. Probably